Hi everybody, this is Alex Rothamel here, or Raspberries 2006 from PB Nation. This is take two, trying to get on the camera a bit better. Gonna have a simulation here, testing brittle paint conditions on these three boards. This is a stock board. This is the Sci-fi ARLA-BEAM board. And this is the Sci-fi ARLA-BEAM board red prototype that because of the curving over the emitter and the tough difficulty of getting it to fit in the breech, this will not go into production. It's not going to be consistent enough. It's not going to be dependable enough because of that bending and because of pulling out of the breech and maybe ripping out the emitter. But wanted to also show the temperature right now. I'm going to get behind the camera so I can make sure that this sees it. It's about 43 degrees out here right now, which means it's cold, but it's not like not play paintball cold. This is prime break all your paint and have a miserable day cold, if that makes sense. Got a DRV here that's going to be running at setting 5 for force. That's to induce paint breaks. We have a 680 ULI, also underboring to induce paint breaks. And then to kind of simulate a dive, I've got 3 pods here. I'm going to drop them from about a foot high so that I'll be loading in a dirty pod for just maximum challenging of the eyes. There's going to be 3 tests, but here we go. That's what the pod looks like. Oh boy. Got an eye fault. Let's try and squeegee on camera, see if we can fix it. Do this one first. Did not fix it. So that's what the breech looks like. And still have eye fault. Pulling the loader. And I'm gonna attempt to pull the pipe here. Okay, so that breech is still pretty bad. Going to attempt to swab it out. Still have eye failure. So I know it wasn't a great path getting here, but I was able to recreate an eye failure. Again, swabbing here. This is a fresh swab. Still have eye failure. It's fairly clean, but those eye towers are recessed, and once they get paint on them, they're toast. Okay, that's it for that. So I know it was a little gnarly on camera, it took a while, but that's what those eye towers look like pulling them out of there. And that's not terrible for paintball. I mean, that happens, you know? And basically now these eye towers are never going to work again. Science, right? That is the pod that's about to go. That pod went in. Cleared itself again. So we've seen a couple of times already where it'll have a single eye fault, and then it'll defeat it. It'll see through it. It'll work again. And this DRV is really struggling with this paint torture that I've just done to it. I guess I can't really blame that. So the ARLA-BEAM now has an eye fault. Let's see if running a swab down this breech brings it back. I have a dirty swab. I'm gonna try that first. You know, this barrel, so try this way. I don't know if the swab's too big or what, but oh wow, that just put more there. Okay, so that's the breech right now. It's totally submerged. So we had a couple of passes on camera, but that's just too much. Just gonna go ahead and pull the pipe. So there's the pipe. It's totally immersed. Side two. And we have eyes working again. So let's, you know what? I'm midpoint, mid-game. I just ate it, right? I just dove, it was bad. I've got my dirty pipe. I've got my disintegrating squeegee. I'm fumbling. I'm just trying to play paintball, putting my pipe back in. Eyes still work. My barrel's covered in shit. But you know what? I gotta keep playing because I'm a snake player and my teammates are depending on me. I'm not actually a snake player. So, dirty barrel, hopper looks like shit. Let's see what it does. ARLA-BEAM. I still work. God damn it. Kind of a post-testing scene, but see how nasty that breech is and see how nasty, you know, that this eye board was working when I pulled it out. So as long as you can get that little nub there clean, it'll see through it. Much more robust. So it's later the same day, and I know how cool that looks, but it's unfortunately just not gonna happen. As I mentioned earlier in the video, the red emitter has to be bent and poked over. And in a V1 or a V2 tack, it actually pokes a little bit into the tack sleeve. So I, knowing this risk, still pulled it out, and I took my entire emitter and went, like bent it. So we need to source a side view radial emitter that's red, that is strong enough and will fit in this. And even when I was playing with this earlier, I have not done a hard test for this yet. But even when I just put this board into the gun with a straight path between the two sensors, there was some paint there and it stopped working. This is not robust enough to meet the standards, the whole point of the project. So let's pour a pot out for trying and not succeeding at a red emitter. Let's be happy that we got to see it and maybe hopeful for the future. no brakes.